Tapas Fleming here, TATlife.com. It was October 20th, 1952, in Boise, Idaho. I was there. That was the first day of my life, and there were 5 little cribs in the nursery with babies in them besides me. My dad came up to this window about 5 feet away and looked in the window and thought to himself, that ugly baby, did I do that? So I happen to remember that in my 20s, and I mentioned it to him. My dad was a psychologist, and he was a very reserved, conservative kind of guy, and when I mentioned it to him, he was so flustered. He said, "How did you know I was your dad?" He didn't even say, how did you know what I was thinking? How did you know I was your dad? Anyway, that moment was really defining for me, and it has caused me a lot of trouble. First of all, I felt unwelcomed. I felt like I'm a disappointment. I felt I'm unwanted. So there wasn't this hey honey, here I am, I'm your dad, woohoo, look at you. It was just this, what I said. And so I've had these inner feelings of I have no value, and so there's been a struggle in my life of trying to prove I'm valuable, what I have has value, but it's been a constant fight against what I have always had deep in there as reality. I'm not wanted. I don't have value. So it's been this constant fight. Anyway, did TAT today, and that all dissolved. I also experienced in those moments that my dad also felt he felt alone in that moment too. I felt isolated. So anyway, after doing the TAT and just allowing myself to hang out with the moment, hang out with the green walls and the lights that were too bright and the feelings of, oh, I'm a disappointment and all of that, just allowing myself to notice all of that, be with it, put all that in the TAT pot and do TAT. I did it with a small group, by the way, which adds power, but in any case, I did it. And what I ended up with was just a really funny moment. Because babies can look not too great right after they're born, really. And it just turned into, oh my God, it was just a funny moment. And the feeling and knowing that really my dad and I are so connected. He's already died now, but we were always so connected, and he loved me so much, so much. So when I remember that now, that's what I'm left with, is just this upward flowing sort of joy of that connection. So there's a couple things I wanted to bring up for you out of that. One is to allow yourself when you're doing TAT to just hang with, well, what was I noticing in the environment? What was I feeling? Who was there? What was the color of the walls or the furniture, whatever? And just include all that when you do your TAT for yourself. And the other thing is, I talk to so many people who say, I'm blocked in doing what I came here to do. So from all my years of doing all this TAT with me and other people, 25 plus years now, what I really know is that the things that we became impressed with when we were really young, when we were children, stay with us and keep getting in our way, and we keep tripping over them. I was trying to prove I'm valuable, what I have is valuable, and this feeling of always fighting against really myself thinking, projecting that it was other people not thinking I was valuable, but really it all being this whole internal deal going on. So I know a lot of you have this feeling like I was born in this time to do something that only I can bring. So I'm just encouraging you, look at your childhood stuff and clear it up so that your path is open. Since that happened for me, which happened just today, I have been feeling so elated and so like free and powerful and at ease in a way that I have not before. So there you go. I hope this helps you out. Thanks for listening and see you next time.